Diddy's getting some. He's getting dealt with. You know what I mean? And Usher's like, yeah,
he's getting in the behind.
Yeah. Well, we all know he was getting dealt with.
Yeah.
Meek Mill. Have you heard the audio of Meek Mill?
I've not heard it. No, I've not heard it. I've not heard it. Yeah.
What's the audio of Meek Mill?
Is that with Stevie J?
Oh, it's Meek Mill and P.Diddy.
There's another one with Stevie J.
A few inches later.
Welcome back.
Podcast.
Zed always does that thing of.
I like to buzz the tune before we start.
Drummer, isn't he?
I'm showing
He's
you
like a
how
drummer.
enthusiastic, how excited I am to be back in the studio.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's going on then?
I'll tell you what's going on. Not last week, I think the week before, one of our videos on TikTok got 750,000 views.
It was quite a moment.
All
That
right,
was,
hook
yeah, it was.
viral.
it was quite a moment.
And when we were watching through that, and it was about the TV license. If you've not watched it, go and watch it.
Yeah.
You can see the
At
journey. that we went on.
Benchwarmers UK TikTok.
Yeah. Or the YouTube channel. Watch it on YouTube, please. We need it. But if you're gonna watch that, anyway, if you go and thinking about that video on TikTok, garnering so many views and so many comments. And if you remember initially, there were a few comments where people were arguing.
Well,
with
let's
me.
tell. It was TV license, right? And what part of that clip was it?
It was when I was saying that the law in the UK is this around X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Right.
You
You need
people
to,
commenting on it.
if you have digital receiving
If you have
equipment,
digital receiving equipment, you
To-
must
no,
to
no.
watch live TV.
to watch live, remember
you
keyword
must
to
have a TV license.
Amazing, right? So at least these boys were learning and paying attention.
Yeah.
However,
Because you guys cussed me so much. Like, listen to what he's saying, brother.
You're not listening.
no, but I guess the point is, right? TikTok, crazy. You guys on TikTok are mental. There was loads and loads of people that first started arguing with me. You got to remember, I went through it like firsthand, and you're telling me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
And they've taken
Every
it out
10th
of context.
and they're
as well.
taking it out of context.
They don't
You're wrong.
listen to
Yeah.
the whole thing. So,
But they're saying I'm wrong, but I actually physically went through it and was found not guilty, but I'm wrong. And then there's other people that were like, it's not a law, it's an act, or it's legislation, not a law, and all these other things.
and then you get the other ones out saying, "Fuck the BBC."
yeah, basically, yeah. But then you all started arguing amongst yourselves.
Good. We love that.
Yeah.
Argue amongst yourselves because, for our delight.
Well, at that point, obviously, pop the microwavable popcorn in and sat back and enjoyed
Start reading
it.
the comments, enjoying
Enjoyed
it.
it.
What's he saying now? You're scrolling down.
This is it.
Faz is wrong. Okay, let me
Yeah.
scroll a bit
Yeah.
more. Oh, Faz is wrong again.
And then
Let me scroll a bit more. Oh, he's wrong again.
That's a personal attack.
Yeah,
personal attack.
exactly.
The
Personal
guy in
attack.
red who taught him the British law.
Exactly. But you know what? Then when they started arguing amongst themselves, there were different things. So it was like, you don't need a TV license for digital receiving equipment. You're wrong. It's not a law. It's an act. It's a legislation. Or it's not legislation. And it's not law. It's an act. And all these other things. And then people are like, yeah, just unplug your aerial and you'll be all right. Yeah. Now,
Who has an aerial?
yeah, exactly. I don't know. Yeah. But the point being that these guys are all arguing amongst themselves. So in the avoidance of doubt, don't argue with me about it. Don't even argue with each other about it. If you've got a problem with it, argue and send a direct letter to the TV licensing agency. Because on their website, and we're going to put it on the screen, I just wanted to correct
The false accusations.
the false accusations and read precisely, word for word, what it says on the TV licensing website. Not what I say.
It's not coming from Faz.
Yeah.
Remember this now. It's not coming from him. It's coming from
Yeah.
the BBC.
So why do I need a TV license? A TV license is legal permission to install or use television receiving equipment to watch TV channels on any TV service, watching live TV and streaming services, and to use BBC iPlayer. This includes recording and downloading on any device. The license fee is not a payment for BBC services or any other television service, although license fee revenue is used to fund the BBC. That's what their website says themselves precisely. It doesn't say, you only need TV license if you just watch BBC.
Yeah. If you don't watch BBC and you're going to watch ITV Channel 4, you don't need a BBC
And
TV license.
This is
stupid
it.
buggers.
And when you're saying it's not the law, please don't have a pop at me. Have a pop at the TV license agency, because this is what it says on their website. Where does TV licensing law apply? You don't say, where does TV licensing legislation or where does the TV Licensing Act apply? It says, where does TV licensing law apply? The law that requires a TV license for using or installing television receiving equipment to watch or record television programs as they are being shown on TV, or to download or watch BBC programs including Catch-Up TV on iPlayer, and applies in the UK, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Channel Islands and the Isle of Man.
Can we just say one thing? One really good thing has come out of this.
We know he can read.
He can read.
Yeah.
He can read.
And he can
So
read
he's not
well.
illiterate.
He's a good reader.
Yeah.
He didn't even take a breath.
Exactly.
Take a
Yeah.
breath.
Oh
And just a final rebuttal.
my God. Here we go.
Sorry, just a final rebuttal. Do I need a TV license if I don't watch BBC programs? A TV license is a legal permission to install or use television equipment to receive, i.e., watch or record live on TV programs that are being shown on TV or live on an online TV service, and to download or watch BBC programs on demand, including Catch-Up on TV or BBC iPlayer. This applies regardless of whether you are watching BBC or another provider's channel.
Done, yeah.
Thank you very much. So again, don't argue with me. Go and argue with them.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
You're blimey. Getting third degree for no reason.
Well, all I'm going to say after all of that, Faz, is you're wrong.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, to be honest with you, like if you really want to fund the BBC, you're funding a wide range of nonsense, aren't you?
Well,
you
In
know,
the past, you did.
Yeah.
in the past you did. Yeah. Jimmy Savile.
Jimmy Savile.
Sir Jimmy Savile to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure he had that revoked.
Did he have it revoked?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, it would have been the right thing to do.
Yeah,
I
it
guess.
would have been.
Call me sir.
Yeah. Well, TikTok, can you guys just let us know in the comments? Did you have it revoked or not? Please feel free to argue amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And speaking of nonsense,
Yeah.
the big news that's coming out this week,
Oh, yes.
Diddy the Diddler.
Diddy the Diddler.
The
He
Diddy
Diddy
Diddler.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Like, so
Did he
much
do
stuff
it?
has
Can I ask you a
been coming
question
out.
on this point?
Did he do it?
Are you surprised?
Not surprised at all.
Does it
I think,
come as a shock?
I think, do you know what? If the Cassie case never happened,
Yeah.
It would never have
it
been
would
brought
have
to the
shocked.
surface.
I would have been like, oh my, I would have been more shocked.
Yeah.
Because the
Wait, what
Cassie.
was the Cassie case?
Do you know the Cassie
Yeah,
case?
she's got a case against him for being
Yeah,
abused.
she won the lawsuit. So here's the thing, right?
Okay.
Here's the thing.
No, she didn't win the lawsuit. She settled.
Well, she didn't settle.
Yeah.
Diddy settled.
Diddy settled,
in
and she
one
settled as well.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within 24
For-
hours,
for an
Diddy was like,
undisclosed amount.
I'm paying up.
Yeah.
For an undisclosed amount. So
Yeah.
it didn't quite go to court. It wasn't quite a case.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Right.
He
So
said
it was
like,
settled.
bitch, you're
Which
doing me
makes
for
you
this.
think,
But
is he...
did you hear some of the stuff that was said that he made her do?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we won't go into it, but
Why not?
it involved other people
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
forcing her to do things that she really did not want to do. We're not
She's
here
not
to...
Okay, we might not keep this in the podcast bit, yeah. But basically, what he did was,
A few moments later.
Whichever the shot is.
yeah,
But
that was literally one of the things that
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah. So for the viewers at home, we're not going to tell you exactly what happened, but we've cut that bit out.
You can
But
go.
you could Google it yourself.
Google
watch
it,
TikTok
see what
videos and
happened.
everything.
Basically,
right?
there was a lot of watching going on.
Yeah.
But if you think
TikTok,
about,
can you guys tell us what happened?
yeah,
in
put
the
it in the
comments.
comments. Put it in the
Yeah.
comments.
Oh,
Now,
man.
another thing to think about as well is
Diddy's watching.
if you look at the history of his name as well,
Yeah.
and the way
Daddy.
Puff Daddy, like why did he call himself Puff Daddy? Then why did he take the Puff out and call himself
Diddy.
P Daddy?
P.
Yeah, it was
And then
P.
he went
Diddy.
to P Diddy.
Yeah, was it P. Daddy then P. Diddy?
I think it's P Daddy. Then it was Puff Diddy.
Yeah.
It was Puff Diddy.
Wasn't it Puffy
Yeah.
at one stage as well?
There's Puffy.
Puffy, yeah. Puffy,
And
yeah.
it makes you think like, yeah, he's a very extravagant
No, but
guy.
what's wrong with the word Puffy?
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong
Oh,
with the word
Puff.
Puffy, but
Nothing's wrong with the word Puff.
Sorry, boys. I'm just trying to establish what's wrong with that word.
I'm not going to say
in
it.
particular.
I'm not going to say it.
You know.
But-
Are you talking about the connotation
Okay,
which
so-
that word was?
Yeah,
used?
it was
what
a
it used to be
derogatory term.
used.
Okay, what
It
it
was a
used to be
derogatory
used.
term, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was
Or-
a derogatory term.
Yeah, it was a derogatory term.
But
yeah.
I
people
don't
that
know
were
whether that
obviously-
was just a UK thing of a.
I'm not sure. But obviously for people that
no,
were gay,
I don't know
that
if
was
it's
a
just
derogatory
UK. I think
term
it was
that used
like an American. It was a Western thing, I
I don't
believe.
know. 'Cause some
Right,
like there's a word here that we use for a cigarette, but in America it's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
it's something else.
Yeah, so that's what we like. Was it? I don't know whether it was just
And to think about all these things that used to happen and how we used to have all these big parties, invite all the different celebrities.
well, the Diddy parties have been infamous for years.
yeah,
haven't
and he goes all out. You know, the Diddy white parties
they? Yeah.
he used to have his birthday bashes.
Yeah.
He used to do a whole range of different activities, I
Yeah.
believe. So yeah, on MTV, I watched
Yeah.
a clip where he was having this big white party. I think it was a white party. It was a birthday party.
Mm.
And in the middle of his yard, he had like a 20-foot bed. And he just used to pick, he'd jumping up and down.
The one that Chris Brown is on it.
Yeah,
exactly.
And he pulls Chris Brown up and he's like, give me a hug, give me a hug. He's a bit drunk, he's a bit out of it. And then Chris Brown's like,
he goes for a frontal hug. He goes from a front hug from the back and puts his arm down. And
and he's doing all this weird stuff. And,
I don't remember this.
No, it's like this thing.
Chris Brown's like, oh.
That's how he got his moves.
And these like all these little signs you used to see and think to yourself, hang on, what's going on here?
Was it like he called someone daddy as well?
Yeah, Meek Mill.
Was it Meek Mill?
Yeah.
Well, there's
birthday daddy.
Yeah. French Montana. He had him in his big birthday, and he's like, "This is our birthday. This is our birthday. We're celebrating this together." And it's like, maybe there's some sort of innocence in it. We don't know what goes behind closed doors. Whatever he does is entirely up to him. But the accusations about abuse, and things like that, and
I don't think that surprises me though.
Being a nonce and all that stuff, you know.
Well, think about it. There's other things going on.
Well, there was that girl as well, didn't it? That she came out and she said that I think she was 15 or 16 at the time.
Yeah, and there's a few of these cases.
Like, she showed a picture of herself at the studio.
Yeah.
And it was like, she's obviously 16.
Yeah.
She's making these accusations.
Yeah. And this is the thing as well. Now, since all this has come to light, since his house has got raided, don't forget, was it, I don't know who it was.
Security.
Yeah. They raided 2 of his properties. One's under his daughter's name, I think it is. One's on someone else's. And the funny thing is, he wasn't present in the country.
No, he's flown off to the island that Biggy and Tupac are on.
Well, apparently he was in Miami, wasn't he? But
no. He flew out too.
Did he actually fly out?
I think it was Cuba. I might be wrong. He flew out somewhere.
Yeah, Cuba, where Tupac and Biggy are.
And that's where you can't be extradited to the US for any crimes that you commit. Now, whether that's a coincidence or whatever it is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit funny that his
I feel
house
like
got
fact-checking you on that.
Well,
he did fly.
I
heard, but this is obviously, I've only listened to it once. So I heard at the time that they suspected of him flying out, but he was actually in Miami at the time. So did he actually fly out?
Yeah, he's flown out.
He's not in the country.
On
so
the same day.
He's not in the country.
He's not in the country. And he can't be expedited back to the US from that country.
Actually fled.
But there's a few other things in that, isn't there? Like, if you see that video, because obviously you got to think this guy's been doing, apparently, he's been doing this for years.
Oh, for donkeys.
So then, if you think about it, he had legal guardianship of who?
Justin Bieber.
No.
Usher.
Oh, Usher, yeah.
He had legal guardianship of Usher.
Yeah, and then he also had legal guardianship.
Usher's never really come out and said
yeah, there's another video.
No, but Usher started coming out now and saying, I said all sorts of things and yada, yada, yada.
Now, this is another thing. There's a video on TikTok and on YouTube shorts and things like that where Diddy's leaning over against a table and Usher's like, yeah, bumping into him at the back. Have you not seen it?
No.
And people have misconstrued that and says, oh, well, it looks like Diddy's getting he's getting dealt with, you know what I mean? And Usher's like,
he's getting in the behind.
Well, we all know who was getting dealt with.
Yeah.
Meek Mill, have you heard the audio of Meek Mill?
I've not heard it. No, I've not heard it. Yeah.
What's the audio of Meek Mill?
Is that with Stevie J?
Oh, it's Meek Mill and P.Diddy.
There's another one with Stevie J.
A few inches later.
But that's what I mean. So people have taken these clips and they've added all these little thoughts into it and thrown all the conspiracies. So a lot of this stuff is going to be a whole load of rubbish. It doesn't exist.
Well, happens,
someone's made something
don't know.
We don't know, but I mean that video of Usher and P. Diddy and stuff like that. That's just
But even like Justin Bieber in that video where he's like, Justin, what are we going to do, Justin?
What are we going to do, Justin?
Yeah.
See, again, I've watched that clip as well, and there's 2 parts of that clip.
Yeah.
Right. And the first part is like, oh, we're going to party. Justin Bieber, what do you want? You're 15 years old, but what do you want? I want girls. Fair enough. Every 15-year-old at that stage wants girls, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, maybe not you. You wanted boys. So Justin Bieber wanted girls. And P. Diddy's like, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, don't worry. And then there's a Lamborghini parked there, and this is the clip I've watched. Yeah, woman giving commentary, and it's got millions of views, and people all agreeing with her. Right? There's a Lamborghini parked there, and she goes, yeah, if you look at this, Justin Bieber turns around and says he wants to drive that Ferrari. Well, it's a Lamborghini to begin with.
Yeah.
And she's saying Ferrari. So anything that's coming out of her mouth is a lot of rubbish.
Yeah, can that be questioned?
Yeah, can that be questioned?
Well, just because she got the
name
of the vehicle wrong.
And he turns around and he says, I want to drive that. And P. Diddy's like, no. Calm down. Like, so he is showing a bit of authority and he's showing a bit of
but he never had legal guardianship.
sense.
He had never had legal
No,
guardianship.
he said it as well because I don't have legal guardianship. But for 48 hours, he's partying with me, can do whatever he wants. He's 15 years old. 15 years old, he's still a child. He's a minor. But
he looked him in the eye and said, "We're going to show you a good time."
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Take from that what you want.
Well, what does that mean?
Take from that what you want.
I don't know.
And then now,
Could mean anything.
I just watched today as well. Justin Bieber's mum has now come out of the woodworks
And said what?
and she started to say now that I'm going after P. Diddy or whatever his name is now, Diddler. I'm going after Diddler now because of all the things that he's done to Justin Bieber. In terms of, apparently she's accusing him of drugging him, getting him onto drugs, hardcore drugs, because he let him test all these different types of drugs out. That's what P. Diddy does. And just like ruining his life, pressuring him into doing things I didn't want to do.
You know what I say?
Well, unless it comes from Bieber's mouth, it's just hearsay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the short
So,
answer.
I mean, whatever.
But that machine though is powerful because pay the right price and it'll go away.
Yeah.
You know? They only do that if you start becoming a threat to the establishment.
Yeah.
Because there's other things that people have said as well, like J-Lo was involved in the whole thing. You know, and then other people have said Cuba Gooding Jr. You know, he was getting P. Diddy to line up people for him.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I love
that's the
Cuba
thing.
Gooding Jr. I'd hate to think that was real.
And that's the thing.
What was that Men of Honor, that film?
Yeah, Men of Honor.
Men of Honor, yeah.
Cookie, I want my 10 steps.
Yeah. So this is what you got to think about as well. So maybe, just maybe, he might be completely innocent.
But how do you separate the truth from the
Exactly,
from the lies?
because they've done this to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
They killed him off.
Yeah.
Who else did they do
Did
to?
they?
Well,
Again, how do you separate
yeah,
the
He
truth
didn't
from the
get
lies?
killed off. He just couldn't sleep, and the doctor gave him a bit too much of a high dose.
Yeah, but why?
But how do you know? How do you separate the truth from the lies?
A qualified doctor who knew exactly what doses he's supposed to have gave him an overdose.
Yeah, because Michael wanted
Bit
more.
sus.
You don't say no to Michael Jackson.
Bit sus.
Yeah.
So, and it happens to all these big
Ask
names.
Ask Macaulay Culkin that. If he ever said no to
Macaulay
Michael.
Culkin has never said anything about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
always,
I
he's
know
always
it.
said.
And now what's happened is, what do they all do? So once one bad story comes out,
that's
they
the thing.
all
Yeah.
jump on the
But if
bandwagon.
you think
They're
about
doing
it-
it to Andrew Tate as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're doing it to Andrew
But
Tate.
who's to say that Andrew Tate's not done all these things?
He could have.
Name
Could
one
have.
person that spoke out against him.
That was that documentary on BBC 4
Well, there's been a few people.
online.
The
Oh,
accusations.
there are 2-3 girls that
The-
were like, you know, he
the
forced me
ones-
to have sex with
Yeah,
him.
yeah. So the ones who threw out the accusations
Yeah.
and gone to the police about it, they're the ones who spoke out.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But there
with
was no
Diddy.
evidence, so that's why.
But it's like the whole thing with Russell Brand.
Yeah.
Russell
Exactly.
Brand again, yeah.
So maybe these people are trying. They're trying to cancel these people.
It can happen, isn't
It
it?
can
Like,
happen. So we don't know the truth.
What was his name? Harvey Epstein?
Well, I mean, he
That's
was
a whole
actually he was a
different-
certified nonce.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
whole different
Yeah.
kettle of fish.
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Epstein,
He actually
isn't it?
he was
Epstein.
signed, sealed, delivered. He was
Yeah. Well, he was the other one, Weinstein.
Harvey
That was
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, a Hollywood exec.
And he's the one
producer.
that offed
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. No,
Well,
no.
again,
That was Epstein that offed himself.
was it
wasn't
Epstein?
Yeah.
The fat one.
Weinstein.
Which one was the fat one?
Well, that was Weinstein.
They're both.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was the
he's the one
Hollywood
that's offed
producer.
himself. The other one's in jail, isn't he?
No, Epstein was the one that killed himself. And he had like Bill Clinton coming to this island apparently and all these big
Yeah,
big
Epstein's
names.
Island. Yeah.
that's Epstein. Weinstein
Have you
was
seen
the
on
Hollywood
YouTube, sorry,
producer.
them two guys that swim across to his island
No.
and it's like all locked off and shit?
It would be. Yeah.
Well, they tried to swim to his island.
No, they did swim to his
Oh.
island, got on there. And it was just
Maybe,
like
yeah,
this tiny
maybe.
little island with this building in the middle of it. And the building looked a
I've
bit
seen.
like,
Yeah, I've seen videos of this particular,
yeah,
like a white
yeah.
concrete.
No, yeah, kind of.
Maybe.
Looks
I
a bit
mean,
satanic, to be honest.
yeah.
Yes.
So, like I says, whatever he's done, I can't wait for the news to come out. And we want to know in the comments as well what you guys think. Diddler did.
But here's
Did he do it or didn't he do it?
Say that again.
Did he do it or didn't he do it?
Fair
Did he
enough.
do it or didn't he?
It's a good one. It's a good
Diddle-
one. We'll give
Did
it
he
yeah.
do it?
Yeah.
But here's a question. Yeah?
Diddly.
God damn. Here's one for you, though. Yeah.
Go on.
Right. It begs the question, innit? That what the flip is going on in Hollywood?
It's mad.
It's a whole. I mean,
What is going on?
Yeah.
It's, the whole industry is mad. Like the stories that people like they go through, like even Terry Crews.
Yeah.
With him, what happened with him?
Yeah.
And he tried. He obviously sued and all that sort of
we're
stuff.
missing one key bit of information.
What?
Which is-
Katt Williams came out with this. And as soon as he's come out with it, look what's happened.
You're just trying to piece something together. You clutched at straws there.
No. But Katt
I know
Williams.
Katt Williams is a guy in that.
I think Katt Williams is the guy. He
Yeah.
knows some shit.
Yeah, he probably
I'm
does.
telling you, he knows some
Yeah.
stuff.
So
He's
does
a
Diddy.
dangerous
'Cause
guy.
Diddy would get you to his party, get you drunk.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stop recording all that stuff, and he's got.
Well,
like,
that's what they said,
he's
isn't it?
got
That's what,
ammunition.
yeah, that's what they've said, isn't it? That,
Yeah.
you know, he's
Didn't
got
Jamie
secret
Foxx
cameras
get on his
into-
bad side as well?
Not
I don't
sure.
know.
I think
Don't
Jamie
know.
Foxx got on his bad
Not
side,
sure.
and that's why he ended up in this horrific accident.
But you know who's not worried?
Oh, have you heard that theory about everyone that was close to Diddy's like being
Entourage.
killed? Kind of thing?
Yeah, well,
No.
Biggie.
I can't remember.
But have
the
you?
names,
But have
though,
you seen the one person who's not worried and absolutely living it up?
I just had a brainwave. Sorry, I just had a brainwave.
Go on.
Biggie was like this.
Yeah.
with Diddy.
Hmm.
And if you listen to some of his lyrics, I'm trying to think of the lyrics where he's talking about butt sex. But he's trying to diss a guy.
Where is this going?
Where is this going?
I think
Where's your
I
brainwave?
think he was groomed as well. How
Who?
old is Diddy? Because he groomed him as well.
They were only young at
They
that
were
time.
just young at
Yeah.
the time. No, there wasn't that much of an age difference between them.
Well, I think he groomed him.
Biggie died when he was what, 26?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Diddy must
Biggie was
have-
like that sort of age as well, wasn't he?
I think Diddy found him when he was 15.
Diddy must have been like 18 at the time.
Yeah.
Diddly.
But here's one, yeah. Who is the one person who's not worried about any of this? Who's absolutely loving it? Who said
Katt
he's
Williams.
going to go out and he's going to buy the tapes and he's going to release them.
50 Cent.
50 Cent. Ah, yeah.
50 Cent.
The
He's
He's my
ultimate
guy.
troll.
Yeah, he's absolutely
He's
loving it.
my guy. 50 Cent. And some of the things he's been... His baby mama. His baby
Yeah.
mama
Oh,
is a sex
yeah.
worker for Diddy.
Yeah, his baby one was a sick
Yeah,
one.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
this is yeah. Let's just stay tuned in and see and find out what happens.
Yeah,
and
we'll
hopefully we'll bring some more information over to you when we find out. Let's ring up our private contacts.
Yeah. Oh, let me just get on.
50.
Hey, did it? Yeah.
Did you do it?
Oh, Diddy himself.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you do it?
You're
Did he?
still in Cuba with Tupac and Biggie? All right, yeah. Smoke the cigar, let me know. Yeah? No, I'm not interested.
We're trying to get you to a party.
Yeah, he invited me to his party. I had to pass on this time. Crazy.
As
crazy.
Katt Williams said, sometimes Diddy want a party. Gotta tell him
You gotta
no.
tell him no.
You gotta
Yeah,
tell him
yeah. And
no.
you know, interesting that he said that, to be honest. But like you said, Zed, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find.
We're gonna find out. You know. But it'd be interesting to see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Do
Let us
you
know.
think he is guilty? Is he the dough of the peas?
And what is he guilty of?
yeah.
Because we want to know exactly what he's
Yeah.
guilty of. Because it takes a lot for someone to raid your properties. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But have you heard the thing that they apparently raided his property to delete stuff?
Oh. What,
'cause-
from like high profile individuals?
Yeah.
That is
So
recorded.
he's had stuff. And so they've
Also,
gone
he
in.
was gonna. So he was gonna
maybe
release
he was
it.
gonna release stuff.
Maybe you don't know.
That's
but literally,
why-
one of the theories is that Homeland Security went in and they just deleted all.
But let's put it this way: if Diddy ends up dead in the next 2 years, he was targeted.
Yeah, but you know
He
what?
was
Here's the
targeted.
thing.
If he doesn't die in 2
Yeah.
years, then
You know, here's the
he
thing.
was
Zed.
guilty.
Yeah. If you think about it this way, right? It wouldn't be surprising if, like, it doesn't surprise me that this has come out, but it also wouldn't surprise me the other way if it was something like that. And let's say, you know, he did have cameras in every room and these parties were wild and all these things were actually happening. And he's got footage of some very influential people that now he's not in the good books of them. What do they do when you're not in the good books with them?
Yeah.
They say, right, well, if you can't
from
conform,
grace.
Yeah.
if you don't conform to the way the establishment wants you to
Yeah.
go, guess what? You can go up against the establishment, but you will lose.
But that is
Yeah.
one of the cases that have been brought up against him. He's been manipulating people. He's got footage
Yeah.
of them, so he's blackmailing people
Yeah.
because of his again extravagant parties, 20-foot beds.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
let us know what you think.
And would you go
um,
to a Diddy party?
Would you go to?
Diddy rings you right now and says, "Hey man, I'm dancing. Come to my party. I'm dancing. Come to my party.
Yeah.
Would you go?" I know Zed would.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, well, I'd go, but I'd protect myself.
Would you stay or would you go?
Let us know, and I'm sure we'll find out if he.
Why are you pointing at me?
No,
Oh,
if he-
If he diddly,
Oh.
did
if he did it or didn't do it.
if he did it,
If he
or
did or he didn't do it.
diddly do it.
Yeah.
Didn't
Didn't do it.
Didn't do
If he
it.
did or diddly
Didn't
do
do
it.
it. And on that bombshell, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you for the next one.